Hey guys, it's Chris with Nichols Retirement Empire. This video started off entirely different. I was going around the yard showing you guys the chickens and some stuff I had done at the chicken house, and the tomatoes and the squash that's growing in my garden, and some stuff that I needed to do for the boat and all this. That's the way all this started out. And the chicks, we have some new chicks that we're getting ready, not too long from now, to be introducing out to the chicken pen. So that's kind of the direction that all this was going. But I have to tell you that the name of this video now is that Tammy rocked my world today. And she has rocked my world many times. But today, and it just all occurred to me, it just all came together. It started off that I was going, now this is the way my brain works, and this is the way your husband's brain probably works. I realized when I was looking at my boat that I needed a new fire extinguisher on the boat because the old one is rusting, and I needed an aerator for my live well. And so, being me, I thought, okay, I need these two things. I'm not doing anything right now. I can go to Walmart and buy these and come home. And that's, in my brain, that was the whole plan for my whole life right then. I was completely and totally committed. Here we go. We're going to Walmart. This is what's happening in my world right now. There was an alligator crossing the road back there, and these people stopped. Apparently they ran over the alligator. It was a little alligator and everything. So anyway, welcome to Georgia coast. Alligators in the road. But so anyway, that was my whole purpose of existence at that point, was to go. And so I had gone upstairs where Tammy was, and I was videoing the chickens, and the little chickens that we have up there that we're keeping in this big tub. And so I told Tammy, I said, listen, I'm going to Walmart. I told her my whole reason to exist right now. I'm going to Walmart. I'm going to buy these two items. And then she said, wait a minute. Because she can't just, it can't just be that, well, okay, that's Chris's thing. No, wait a minute. If you're going to Walmart, why don't you pick up a few things for me? Okay? She goes, I'll make you a list. Okay, well all right, because I can look at a list and buy things on the list. So that's where we're. And then she goes, it's really dusty. She goes, do you have filters for these intakes? And I'm like, you know what? I do. And so while she's making the list, my brain now has a new, there's a new thing for me to do. And so I go and I get the things and I put them in the intakes. And while I was doing it, I always think, every time that I do this, of when me and Tammy first got married. And I had this little house in Aragon, Georgia, and it was little. I mean, it was like 1,050 square feet or whatever. And I had had it a couple of years. And she said, it's dusty in here. Have you changed? When's the last time you changed out these filters? And I'm like, filter? What's a filter? Like a cigarette filter? And she's like, no, the intake filters for the air conditioning unit. Where are they? And I'm like, intake manifold? Intake? I have no. What's an intake? And she's just looking at me like, are you crazy? And in all these years, this is 20-something years later, I have always thought, why did I not know that? And I've always felt really stupid because I didn't know that you changed the filters on an air conditioning unit. And today, it finally dawned on me. When I grew up, we didn't have an air conditioner. I never saw my dad change air conditioner filters to any. And then when I went to college, we didn't have air conditioner in the dorm. And then when I got my first apartment, I didn't have an air conditioning unit in my first apartment. And so now I'm like 24, 25 years old. I get another apartment And I didn't maintain that apartment because it was an apartment, so I never changed it. It had an air conditioner. That's the first time I ever had an air conditioner. And then when I bought that house, obviously I had never changed the air conditioner. Why would I have? I've never lived anywhere where we had air conditioning. So all of a sudden today it dawned on me that I was nowhere near as stupid as I thought I was when I don't know how I reached back in my brain and figured that out, and why it took me 25 years to do it. But I just did it today. My brain, but anyway, so I thought about that, and then I felt a lot better about myself, because you know what? I wasn't stupid. I just was ignorant. I just didn't know. I never had to do it. Of course, Tammy knew, because she knows everything. But anyway, so now, see how I'm struggling? Because I would not be struggling right now if I was still on task of my one task. I would be fine. Everything would be smooth. And my brain has been twirling ever since all this happened. So anyway, that's probably why I thought of that, because she had my brain activated, working, going from place to place like a woman's brain. So anyway, then I went back up there, and she said, you know what? A lot of the stuff on this list, I mean, since you're going to Walmart, why don't you just stop at Kroger on the way home and get the stuff? Because, their produce isn't all that good and all that. So she has just tricked me into making a whole other trip to buy a whole bunch of stuff that I wasn't going to buy, and messed my whole brain up. It made me think of filters and stuff that happened 25 years ago. And while I was climbing on the ladder, not a ladder, but a step ladder, I realized I need a belt. My belts are wore out. Why are my belts wore out? I don't know. I don't know why my belts wear out. But anyway, and it made me think again. See, she's rocked my whole world. My brain is just going 100 miles an hour. I'm thinking of crazy stuff. And I remember my granddaddy saying, and this is one of our favorite quotes from my papa. For some reason, one day he made the declaration that he had hips like a woman. I got hips like a woman. We were always laughing at him. But anyway, he, at that time, he was probably my age when he said it. And at the time, I thought, he's crazy. What is he talking about? And he's probably talking about his pants kept falling off. And a lot of young people, like if I try to tell somebody that's 25 years old, like that guy that went fishing with me the other day, if I told him, man, my pants keep falling off, he would probably think, okay, why would your pants fall off? And I'm going to tell you why. Because your butt is a muscle. It's called a gluteus maximus. It's a muscle. And your butt is what holds your pants up when you're a young man. And then when you get older and you start losing all your muscle, even if you work out and stuff, it's hard to maintain, muscle mass. And when you lose all your muscle, your pants start falling off, because there's only stuff to push the pants down, not hold the pants up. And so now I know why all these old men in these videos, it shows them their pants fall down. Now I know why their pants fall down. There's no butt to hold everything up. And now I know why the other thing my papa started doing was wearing suspenders. And you look at it and you go, why in the world would you wear suspenders? They look stupid. And now I realize I'm really looking at these suspenders at the store thinking, man, I'd like to have some suspenders. My pants wouldn't fall off to the ground. And overalls. Overalls are the perfect. Both of them wore overalls all the time, and now I know why they wore overalls. I like to wear overalls, but now I need to wear overalls. So I need a belt to hold my pants up, and I don't know what I'm going to do since I don't have a butt anymore. When I'm riding in the car, instead of sitting on your butt muscles, now you're sitting on your tailbone, and it aches your tailbone. Or if I'm sitting on the recliner, or sitting in you know, in a chair, your tailbone starts to hurt. And for a long time, I was wondering, what is wrong with me? Is there something wrong with my tailbone or my butt? Why is my rear end hurting? And now I know it's my butt. My butt's gone. I'm not sitting on the butt anymore. I'm sitting on the tailbone. She has messed up my whole brain this morning. Simply by making me think of something else other than what I was thinking of. I mean, I would be on my way right now. Everything would be perfect. My whole world is messed up. Completely messed up. Now my truck's about out of gas. See, I couldn't even notice that my truck was about out of gas because my whole brain was so wrapped up into her twisted world of weird stuff that it's not my fault that I can't think of all this stuff, and it's all just running together now. My brain's going 100 miles an hour. I can't even talk. I'm thinking of all kinds of things I need to do. Is this what it's like when you're not a man? You just think of all this stuff all the time, all at once? Because I don't like it. I need to focus. I need focus. Okay, here's what I need to do. I need to break this down into several tasks. Task number 1 is my original task of going to Walmart, which I'm about to complete. I'm going to go into this Walmart. I'm almost there. I'm going to do my job, and I'm going to get out. And then I'm going to go to task number 2, get gas in the truck. And then I'm going to start all over. This is how I'm going to work all this. I'm going to start all over. I'm going to go to Kroger, and I'm going to go down that checklist. It's going to be okay. Ooh, you know what? There are things on that grocery list that I have to get at Walmart. The filters for the air. Okay, I'm going to have to quit talking to you guys, and I'm going to need to get a grip on myself. I'm going to need to... I got to get belts too. I'm going to have to write this down. Sorry guys, this video is over. My wife just... It's like an atomic bomb went off. My whole world is... I thought it would get better as I got older. You would think, you know, well, you'll get used to your wife and you just handled it, you know. And it's worse. It's worse. My brain is getting simpler and more narrow the older I get. And my world's not big enough to get rocked. If my world is my brain, I can't have it rocked anymore. Don't rock the boat, baby. Don't rock the boat. Thanks for watching, guys.